I wouldn't step there, Bill. That's a heat bend, and that'll give you a nasty burn. You actually listened. I'm almost sad I didn't get to say I told you so. But I suppose not having to say it is nice every now and again. So, what brings you to my mountain? Treasure? Gold? Oh, wait, I know. I'm lost, and my angelic benefactor has left me cold and desolate on this volcano. They told me to ask for help. Well, tough, because I'm not going to help you, is what I would say if you didn't listen to me. And if I still didn't have a debt to pay off. Anyway, I'll have you know that to earn, yes, earn, the precious commodity that is my help, you'll have to walk up the volcano all the way to the peak, then back down into my chamber. Think you can do that, Pebble? Think you can brave the frigid cold and then the lava and heat? All the heat bends that will boil you alive, not to mention if there are any, avalanches, or loose rocks. Oh, and slippery cliffs, sudden eruptions, all sorts of deadly and dastardly things up there. That's what I thought. Now, wait, what? You're actually going to go down there? Were they the adventurous type? Should I have pretended there was nothing here for them? Well, allow me to tell you that everyone that has come down here has died in some horrible way or another, without exception. So, you should run along. Yeah, go back down and have the angel pick you up. Well, don't say I didn't warn you. Hope you don't mind me talking to you while you dance with death on your way. Just make it a waltz and not a tango, will you? I hate it when my conversation partners die on me. I'd ask for your backstory, but I've already read your mind. A maroon sailor, running away from home, yada yada. Pretty stock standard for what D brings. Surprised? Yes, I do know quite a bit about your precious guardian angel. We go way back. Well, technically I am older, but that's neither here nor there. Well, with that out of the way, I'll introduce myself. Is that what you were expecting me to say? Give you some expose like an omniscient narrator? How about this? If you make it to the peak, I'll grace you with my name. You are real confident for a sailor. Ever hear the phrase out of the frying pan into the fire? Well, you're about to go from rock climbing to walking into a volcano. You can even sail out to sea. How do you expect to go down there? You're a stubborn one, I'll give you that. Because I'll have to clean your bones and ashes. That's why I'm trying to stop you. Do you know how difficult it is to clean this volcano? You're going to drag in mud and water when they climb up. They would be furious if there was nothing to show from your journey here. Oh, and there's a hole there. Yep, just go around it. There you go. You know, you listen well, for a pebble. What's with a disappointed look? Did you want me to shower you with praise for listening to instructions? The very same instructions keeping you alive. Yay! Good for you, you didn't die. It's a better pebble. Why I call you that will be obvious once we make it to the peak. Oh, and don't get it twisted. Just because I look human doesn't make me one. You should know by now that looks are deceiving down here in the abyss. We're almost at the peak. That was fast. Good job, little pebble. Bringing you up here has been easier than I expected. And there we are. finally at the peak. A nice breath of fresh air always makes a trip here worth it. Wouldn't you say so, Pebble? I suppose I owe you a lot of answers. Let's start with the first one. My name, Sisyphus. Yep, just like the myth. What? Disappointed that I'm not an old man, that I should have been some human king on an ancient land. Or perhaps you still think that what humans believe, or rather are told, make up what reality is. Yes, well, for better or worse, I am Sisyphus, the great dragon who dared to challenge heaven and won, for a time. Now do you see why I called you a pebble? Or do you need a more explicit explanation? Good, because I don't like explaining myself, especially when the answer is obvious. Though what's obvious to a dragon isn't always obvious to a human. Well then, now that you had a break, it's time for the easy part. Down into the volcano. Oh, come now, you gotten this far, Pebble. What's a few steps into a blisteringly hot, lava-filled volcano going to do to you? Surely you're not chickening out now, are you? It'll be just you and me down there. Angels are sensitive to heat, so they won't follow us in. Besides, it's not particularly dangerous. You ain't good at listening thus far. I'm sure you can listen for a little while longer. But you sure are red, little pebble. Is the heat getting to you already? Come now. I know I said eruptions earlier, but that hasn't happened in millennia. Well then, my brave little pebble, let's head down already. Now it's just you and me, little pebble. It's such a pain putting on that harsh act with thee around. Can't have her catch on to the fact I enjoy this. Why, of course I enjoy this. Do you really think I keep doing this for millennia because of some punishment? What do you take me for? A human? Oh, right, I suppose I haven't shown you my wings. There we are. See? Beautiful obsidian black. Quite the contrast from the white feathers, huh? Oh, the clothes. Don't worry about them. They're torn, but I can fix them with magic later. So, how was the climb? I hope it wasn't too difficult. Humans are so frail, with their clawless hands and lack of scales. What's the look for? I may put on a cold act out there, but here, I'm good on me. All the things out there are just an act. Or perhaps it's the myths you're worried about. Well, in that case, let me make it clear. I am no tyrant, nor am I the clever rat the angels make me out to be. I just noticed a few loopholes in the rules and exploited them a bit. Well, of course humans would say that about me. They never mention how I got fresh water to the island, or how under my rule everyone wanted for nothing. No, it's all, why'd you have to anger the angels, Sisyphus? Why didn't you just follow the rules? They don't say that about me anymore. Oh, wait, then have they really? Oh dear. They really have erased most of who I was. I suppose they'd erase even the largest pieces of history as myths and legends, right alongside Atlantis. Well, in any case, while we get to the treasury, here's the long and short of it. You see, the angels had this rule where everyone had to pay them tribute for, what was it? Ah, yes, for fighting the Eldritch, or some nonsense like that. It kept changing as millennia went by. In any case, it was a rule that just about everyone followed. There was one exception: dragons, because of course we were the exception. A war between us and them would have meant mutually assured destruction. Didn't stop them from taking us down one by one with their excuses. Anyway, they never taxed a dragon's wealth, so I decided that my nation and island was my wealth. Why? Because I love humans, of course. Such an interesting race of creatures, with their struggle for happiness and meaning. Such admirable wills in the face of adversity. It didn't go so well for me. After a long legal battle, never trust an angel as your defense attorney, by the way, I was sent here to roll boulders up a hill for all eternity. And that's where you come in, my little pebble. You see, Dia and I have a little bit of a deal. She brings boulders for me to roll up this mountain. Well, in this case, she brought me a precious little pebble. None of the other angels are willing to come down here, you see. In return, I take my punishment as begrudgingly as possible, whilst he is watching. Dee gets a lot of our little deal. Firstly, Dee wouldn't need the wing strength to lung actual boulders here, so it's easier to take humans here instead. Secondly, I can take as much time as I want to guide you through the volcano part, so Dee can go take a break and go back to whatever Dee does during this. And lastly, is there no third thing? Well, regardless, Dee benefits too. So I'm not taking advantage of an angel just because they're younger than me. I'm not that heartless of a dragon, you know. But enough of that. I read your mind, little pebble. So I know what you want now that we're here. Your reward shall be a head massage. What? What were you expecting it to be? I hear that humans can find fingers running through their hair. Very relaxing. And I think you could use some of that after the climb. Do my claws intimidate you? I promise. I'll be very careful. What do you say? Very well. Shall we begin? Let me slowly run my fingers through your hair, massaging small circles into your scalp. Gently, methodically, pouring every little drop of attention into a task. Feel me running my fingers from the top of your head all the way down to the end. Careful not to pull, and gently undoing any stubborn tangle I might find. See? The tips of my claws are lightly grazing your skin, leaving ticklish trails that linger for just a second longer. It can be quite comforting, no? These small ministrations. Every little touch, each gentle grace. Just slowly running through your hair, your scalp, with the utmost care. In moments like this, humans seem so fragile, as if A rougher touch might just simply make them shatter. So small, so gentle, compared to us dragons. You seem so ephemeral, like a little flame that can be extinguished so quickly and should be treated with the slightest touch. Seems like our time is up. This waiting for you just past that door. I hope you enjoyed our little session. I'd say come back some other time, little Pebble, but I don't think that's in the cards. Before you go, I know life up there isn't easy for humans. With the magic or the other races, things have changed. A lot. But I wanted to let you know that despite that, you're not alone. Everyone that's come through here has had their fair share of troubles. Keep pushing onward, little Pebble, and things will get better in time. Oh, and don't dare come back as a ghost, or I'll spoil you rotten. Welcome back, little Pebble. Did you enjoy the dragon's company? They weren't too mean to you, I hope. That's good to hear. You know, growing up, I always heard horrible things about dragons, especially that one. But every time I bring someone here, I always wonder how much of it was true. Then again, the angels have lied about many things. I thought they would have spared the dragon from that list. Now then, shall we head off towards your exit, my dear human?